Most people walk into a multi-million-dollar parade home and think, that has nothing to do with my life. They are wrong. Inside this house are 15 ideas that any home in any state in any country can steal. Some cost thousands, most cost almost nothing, and the one we are saving for the very end costs less than a pair of shoes and can transform any room you own in a single weekend. Here is how we are doing this. Big investments first, weekend upgrades next, then changes made just by rearranging what you already own, finishing with the 3 ideas that could change your favorite room by Sunday night. One promise before we go in: anywhere the comments have pushed back, I am giving you the honest version. You deserve it. The grand investments. We start with the ideas that need a real budget, a remodel, or a phone call to a builder. If none of that is on your horizon right now, tuck these away. The family room anchors around the fireplace. A stone surround runs from the floor all the way to the ceiling in that classic combination designers have used for decades. This is where every designer will tell you to spend real money. And here is the honest part before you nod along. Some of you told me in the comments that you never actually turn your fireplace on. It sits pretty and does nothing. That is fair to say out loud. If your fireplace is decoration only, this is not where your money goes. Redirect it into cabinetry, into flooring, something your body actually touches every day. But if there is a real evening ritual in your home, coffee, a book, a fire in the winter, the fireplace is where the family gathers, and this is where you build it right. A classic stone treatment like this is going to look right in 20 years, not just 20 months. Just be honest about which house is yours. The primary bathroom has an oversized walk-in shower, the kind that feels like a room of its own, with multiple shower heads, a handheld sprayer, and a bench built right into the wall. And here is the version most tours will not tell you. If you shower alone, dual heads are not luxury. They are a second head you clean every week and never use. If you shower with a partner and it is genuinely a shared moment, 2 heads are worth every dollar. Otherwise, a single head shower with a bench, a curbless entry, and a handheld sprayer is not a downgrade. It is often the better shower. Easier to clean and quietly the safest design for the next 20 years of your life when knees or shoulders start reminding us they exist. Designed for the person actually using the room, not for a real estate listing. Let's be honest about the freestanding tub, because you were honest with me first. So many of you commented the same thing, and you were right. Cleaning it is a real hassle. The gap between the tub and the wall collects dust, and it is hard to reach. Some of you even took the tub out to expand the shower, and you have not regretted it. That is a completely valid choice, and if you never take baths, do not let anyone make you feel guilty about keeping a tub you do not use. But here is why it still earns a place in the right home. A freestanding tub is the single element that pulls buyers in emotionally, not rationally. Someone walks into a bathroom with a beautiful tub, and their body language changes. It reads as sanctuary, it photographs beautifully, and in many markets, it leads the first line of the listing. So here is the honest rule. If you love baths and you have the space, it is one of the most valuable things you can add, and leaving a few extra inches of floor space around it to clean makes all the difference. If you do not take baths, put that space into a bigger, better shower instead, exactly the way some of you did in the comments. Both answers are right. It just depends on how you actually live. The basement has its own full kitchen, a second living space with cabinets, counters, and appliances built for real cooking. And a quick correction from something you might hear in other tours. Some people call this an ADA space. That is not right. ADA stands for the Americans with Disabilities Act. What we are looking at is called an ADU, an accessory dwelling unit, a legal self-contained second living space. Now the truthful part, an ADU is having a moment, and it is genuinely useful when the situation calls for it. But you should know what it costs to keep one. A second kitchen is a second water heater, a second set of appliances that break eventually, a second stove hood to clean, and in some places, a small addition to your property taxes. It is not free just because it is there. If a family member is genuinely about to move in, an adult child who cannot yet afford a first home, a parent who wants independence, this can be one of the smartest investments in the house. If you are building it because it looked cool on a tour, you may end up with an expensive room nobody uses. And a regional note, not everyone has a basement. If you live in the South, the ADU idea travels. An apartment over the garage, a converted ranch bedroom with its own entry, or a small casita in the backyard. Those are the big-ticket ideas. If none is on your horizon right now, the next set is where things get exciting, and everyone can start next weekend. The affordable wow moments. Small changes, big transformations. No contractor required. Statement lighting is doing more work than any other element in this home. Beautiful sculpted fixtures throughout, over the tub, above the kitchen island, at the bedside instead of the usual table lamps. Lighting is jewelry now. Swapping out one builder-grade fixture for something with real character is one of the fastest ways to make a room look designed. You can do it in an afternoon with a screwdriver, or hire an electrician for a couple $100s if you would rather not touch the wiring. No shame in that choice. A design detail is quietly happening in the primary bathroom. Soft ambient light glows beneath the vanity, giving the whole room a floating spa hotel feel. This is called toe kick lighting, and almost nobody has it yet. A strip of low-voltage LED tape, an outlet, about $100 in materials. It doubles as a soft nightlight, so you never have to blast the overheads at 3 in the morning. One accent wall in the primary bathroom is covered in what designers call reeded tile. A textured surface with vertical detail that catches light in a way flat tile cannot. From across the room, it reads as expensive stone. Up close, it is affordable ceramic. One accent wall is all you need. Behind the mirror, behind the tub, or as an inset in the shower. It also works outside the bathroom, a foyer and entryway, one side of a fireplace surround. This is the single, most talked about detail in this year's parade home, and it translates into any home. The window treatments throughout the home are hung differently than most people do them. The curtains sit high near the ceiling and flow all the way down to the floor. This is one of the smallest changes with one of the biggest visual payoffs. Curtains hung high and wide make ceilings look taller and rooms feel more expensive. Moving the hardware 6 inches higher and letting the panels stretch wider than the frame can make a room feel like you paid a designer. The rod costs almost nothing, and here is the honest note. Hanging them, taking them down, and washing them once a year is a real project. If your shoulders are already telling you they do not want to be up on a ladder, ask a family member for the takedown, or hire a curtain cleaning service that will remove and rehang them for you. The look is worth it. The maintenance is real. Nobody talks about that part. In the family room, a full wall of glass doors folds all the way back to open the room into the backyard. The full folding door wall is the dream. It erases the line between inside and outside. But we have to be honest about this one too. It looks stunning in a mild climate. It is a very different conversation in Michigan, Ontario, or anywhere winter has real teeth. Big walls of glass mean heat loss, cold drafts, higher energy bills. Some of you know exactly what I am talking about, because you already live it. If you are somewhere warm, this is one of the most transformational features you can add. If you are somewhere with a real winter, a well-insulated wide French door setup gives you the feeling of openness without paying for it in January. Both are right. It depends on where you live. The way you arrange your life. Some of the best design ideas in this house are not about what you install, but how you arrange what you already own. The loft has a small conversation nook. 2 comfortable chairs, a little table, nothing else. When we all sit on the same sectional facing the TV, nobody actually talks. 2 chairs turned toward each other invite real conversation. Real puzzles, real quiet moments with a grandchild or a book. You do not need a big room, a corner of a bedroom, a wide hallway, a landing at the top of the stairs. Any spot in your home can become the most used seat in the house with 2 comfortable chairs facing each other. A quick word on furniture placement. If your living room has a beautiful view, do not put the sofa with its back to it. A view you cannot see from where you sit is a view you never enjoy. Swivel chairs solve it. So does angling the sofa. The basement has a theater zone that is not really a room. No walls, no door. Just a corner painted in a deep dark color with dark flooring tucked away from the rest of the space. That single color drenching separates the movie zone from the rest without a stud or a drywall panel. You are not committing to a closed-off room you barely use. You are defining a cozy nook that still belongs to the flow of the house. If you have any open corner in a basement, a loft, or a large family room, you can do the same. Choose one deep color and let the paint do the wall building for you. The primary closet has a hidden feature, a stackable washer and dryer tucked right into the shelving. This is one of those luxury features that will genuinely change your daily life, and if you have a walk-in closet with any dead corner, you can install it. Undress, wash, dry, hang, all in one room. If your back or knees are not what they used to be, this one change removes dozens of stair trips a week. Once you live with it, you wonder how you ever did laundry any other way. The sofa colors around this home tell a story. A deep green sofa in the basement. Warm rose accents in the primary. Not the safe cream sectional most builders will hand you. Color is quietly the biggest trend in furniture right now, and deep green is playing the role of a new neutral. Wood, cream, brass, black, terracotta, warm white, they all sit beautifully next to it. If you have been staring at the same beige sectional for 15 years and wondering how to add life without redoing the whole room, this is your permission slip. One colored piece can shift the whole feeling of a space. We are down to the last 3 ideas. These are the ones designers whisper to each other. The single best return on any dollar. The first is a rule. Keep the expensive things timeless. Keep the cheap things trendy. The sofa, the bed frame, the tile, the countertops, the wood tones, those stay quiet. Cream, taupe, warm oak, soft white. The personality, the color, the season, all live in the pieces that are cheap and easy to swap. The bedding, the pillows, the throws, small lamps, art. When you get bored or trends move on, you change the $50 things, not the $5,000 ones. That is why the best decorated homes never look dated. The bones stay classic. The dressing changes. The second is a warning. Modern design has a cold problem. If you have ever walked into a beautifully staged home and felt like nothing made you want to sit down, you know what I mean. The trap is picking every element for how it photographs, not how it lives. This home avoids the cold trap on purpose. Warm wood tones under crisp white cabinetry, soft rose in the bedroom, deep green in the family room, layered textiles, softened windows. If you want your home to feel like a home and not a hotel lobby, this is the layer to add on purpose. Wood, texture, fabric, warm color. A room without warmth is a magazine cover you can walk through. And the last idea, the single choice that shows up in the sitting room, the primary bedroom, the theater corner, and even the laundry room. Color drenching, painting the walls, the trim, the ceiling, and sometimes even the doors, all the same color. A warm rose tone turns a bedroom into a boutique hotel. A deep dark color turns a basement corner into a real theater. A soft blue turns the laundry room into somewhere you actually want to spend time. It looks like magic, and the whole project is a couple gallons of paint. Now, a real word about painting, because it is not always easy. If you have physical limitations, bad shoulders, or knees that do not love a ladder anymore, hiring someone is a completely reasonable choice. That is what painters are for. A small bedroom can be professionally color-drenched in a day for a few $100s. Even if you do it yourself, plan for a full weekend, a good primer, and a break in the middle. It is not effortless work, but of every idea we have talked about today, painting a single room in one saturated color gives you the biggest visible transformation for the lowest cost. And if you decide 2 years from now you do not love it, you buy another gallon of paint. That is the whole risk, and that is why color drenching is the idea we saved for last. So there they are. 15 ideas from one of this year's most talked about parade homes, and almost everyone can travel into a house of any size. The rule to remember: splurge on what you cannot easily change. The layout, the fireplace, the shower you will still be using at 75, the tile. Save on what you can swap in an afternoon. Paint, pillows, lighting, throws. And when in doubt, pick a room and drench it in a color you love. That single choice will do more for your home than most renovations ever will. Now tell me, out of everything we walked through, which idea is the one you are actually going to try first? The color drenching, the curtains near the ceiling, the closet laundry, the toe kick lighting? Tell me in the comments. If this gave you ideas, share it with someone thinking about their next paint color, remodel, or Saturday project. Subscribe if you want to keep touring the country's most beautiful homes with me. See you in the next one.